You can send in your questions to AskPVQuestions@gmail.com. I have an interesting one here. It says, who would be a better president, Hillary Clinton or Rand Paul? Now, this is a question that I think falsely lands in one that's actually a tough question. It's not a tough question. Hillary Clinton would be far superior. It's not even close. I think that sometimes we get too far into how bad the corporate Democrats are, but Rand Paul is horrible on basically my look at things is economics is the biggest chunk of issues for me. And Rand Paul is the worst possible person on economics ever. The guy wants a flat tax, all kinds of different stuff, privatizing Social Security, etc., etc. You already know what I'm talking about. He doesn't support Obamacare. We already know that. He doesn't support Medicare for all. He would be absolutely destructive, okay? Not to mention, he praised the Lochner era. I couldn't believe this. He legitimately praised the Lochner era. If you don't know what the Lochner era of the Supreme Court is, the Lochner era was where they were literally this was like right before FDR started, pressuring them and having his whole fights with the Supreme Court. But the Lochner era was shutting down child labor regulations, work week hours. It's insane. I really recommend. I think they were even shutting down trust busting. But you can look at the list. I really recommend you do because it's super fascinating. But he would have appointed even crazier people than Brett Kavanaugh. We'd literally be going into another Lochner era if this guy were to be president. Now, the areas where we agree with Rand Paul, drugs and foreign policy. That's pretty much most of it. I guess we'd lump in things like the Patriot Act with foreign policy. I sort of lump those in, but NSA spying, all that kind of stuff. I lump that into foreign policy. And then to do with drugs. That is where we agree. But on the brunt of things, which is economics, Rand Paul is fucking horrible. And Hillary Clinton is not so great. But she's not going to repeal Obamacare. You know who's going to repeal Obamacare? Rand Paul. That's what he's going to do. And Hillary Clinton's not going to help workers all that much. Rand Paul's going to destroy workers, okay? A flat tax would be horrible. That's just a massive tax cut for the rich. And so then you're going to start taking the burden because they already don't pay shit. They're already not paying shit. They're using loopholes like crazy. So, no, this isn't even a hard question. It's a very simple one. Definitely Hillary Clinton over Rand Paul very easily. And I hate Hillary Clinton. Also, it's also worth mentioning that Rand Paul, he caved. He caved on Pompeo. Even his dad was really disappointed in him. So we don't even know if he could really stick up against the military-industrial complex because they are insanely powerful. So easily Hillary Clinton over Rand Paul, and I hate Hillary Clinton's guts with every fiber of my being.